In continuation to my talks on OSP, I am going to talk about the book of Ragapati today. The book of Ragapati is one of the earliest books on the whole philosophy of OSP, and in this book the creator wants to inform us about his scheme of human life on this earth, and how he has thought about the administration. Also, what it goes ahead and tells us is that man was created like any other animal in nature. I had read the book of Pragapati years ago and had noted and underlined some of the points over there. And when I have to prepare a study in this format, I have had to redo the whole thing, read it, as well as make small notes. Those notes are in my handwriting, which is the reason why I have to put on my reading glasses so that I can read out from the notes that I have taken. The 78,000 years ago, when the earth was ripe for creation of man, at that time man was created like any other animal in nature. All the animals that we see even today, all animals live under the discipline that has been imposed on them by the creator. None of them have any forecasting ability or long-term storage as well as recall of that information. Some animals do that, but then they are also endowed with all kind of extrasensory perception which we come across in our day-to-day lives when we see them. Earlier, the earth was all very raw. There used to be lots of poisonous gases as well as unhealthy conditions for which man was not prepared. So all the poisons and all were like transformed by the Creator Almighty, and poisonous plants and all, they went down into the lower levels when showers of Aji, Gi and Nebula, other heavenly substances, were made to rain down on the earth. And those poisonous substances are the ones that we are using now in form of all the oil and petroleum that we get from the earth. At that time, there used to be lots of reptiles and dinosaurs and other animals like that who were like poisonous, the snakes and all. Slowly, when the earth was cleaned out of all the poisonous substances, that is where Creator saw that now it was time for a man to be brought onto the earth. So man was brought onto the earth as a special animal, and that speciality came to him by the scheme of the Creator. which is that he brought in a very high raised angel from some other faraway galaxy, and his name was Sethantis. Sethantis was given instruction that I have created man on this earth and I'm going to give myself to this new race, and in each one of them I will be born uh, as a part of my being into the new man, and the, I will give them an everlasting life. So Sethantis and his lieutenants, his assistants were made to take part in this grand scheme of things. He brought in millions of angels. That time was just the beginning of man over here, and he was, as we see in the ancient pictures and films, that that man was uh, uh, what we in history call as a Cro-Magnon. Uh, he used to walk on four legs, as well as he later started walking on two legs, and the prehistoric men and women that we see in all our films of fiction and all that, as well as we see in the fossils and the carvings left to us by the ancient people. So, with this grand scheme of things, Sethantis was told to bring in millions of his high-raised spirits in the other heavens, and they were made to be born as human beings and brought into the earth. So, why that man could learn out of what he could see how these spirits behaved. So the spirits were there to guide men as to what they would do, and how to accumulate knowledge and how to put that knowledge into use. Man by himself could not have learned this. So it is the angels from the other heavens who were brought in to teach man as to how he should conduct his life, because he is going to have an everlasting life on this earth. So these spirits started living with the men folk over here on this earth, and they started training the local men. The spirits were, as they came from higher levels, the spirits were refined and sophisticated. The Creator had made a precondition to these spirits that I'm giving you gift of life once again, so that you can train these human beings, and you should not procreate. Once you procreate, you get into a problem of being tied down to your progeny. The blood relations remain for a long time. So the spirit men were instructed not to procreate. But as we see in today's world, procreation and sex is one of the biggest factors in controlling lives of human beings. We see it around all of us all the time, that sex is a very driving and a very great force, and ultimately the spirit were engulfed into the sex and the enjoyment of it, and they started procreating. I will stop here, further in the next one. Thank you.